Good evening, everyone. Madam President, and our speaker for tonight. While I was coming here, I was reading a book that said that delivering a speech, it's just like planting a plant. What do you do while you're planting a plant? You add water to it and you add a seed. That's what our speaker did. The seed was his idea that he wanted to talk about himself. And what was the water? His emotions, his way of talking, his savvy way of interacting with each other, the cool atmosphere that he kept while he was talking to us, which was perfectly good because you're addressing the people who are 20 above, right? 20, 24, 25, yes? I'm sorry. This is what I'm trying to say. Every time, whenever a speaker is performing in front of people, he has a different set of talking. He has a different attitude. And your attitude today was perfect. Another thing that I wanted to move on was humor. Humor is a way of reducing the pressure from the listeners. If I keep on talking about an emotional story, or probably about some particular topic, or probably about accountancy, which is in UOL, it would be boring. So you need to add humor. So that little humor that was there about fighting, about him failing in a humorous way, touched us emotionally, and we could relate to his story by every single part. Before I point out some improving points in your speech, I have a question for you. Do you want to grow more as a speaker? That makes us on the same page. I want to say that there are a few things which every speaker can improve on. The first that comes to my mind is a pause. Pause is a very important tool. Whenever you're talking and you give a slight pause, the listeners are able to absorb what you're trying to say. Luke is handsome. I wish I had biceps like him. And I wish I could dress up like him.
Unity.
And her. In a
Unity.
Yeah. You could absorb. You could laugh on it. You could understand it. And most importantly, you could smile. You have a very beautiful smile, by the way. Audience interaction is another thing that I want to say. You interact with audience. You come up with different questions. Or questions like, how many of us have failed? Or how many of us share a different set of relation with our mothers, with our mother probably. And before I end my evaluation, I have to prove you something. You call yourself a failure, right? Guys, could we please give a round of applause for his speech? This is something that doesn't define a failure. It defines a successful and a daring person. I applaud you for delivering such an emotional speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you.